just coming on here really quick to show you something that I was making with some of my leftover paper from the Just Because collection. Well, it's Bella Boulevard, but it's called Just Because, and it's really cute paper, and I made a project with it, and I had more paper left over than I thought. So I'm going to call this Jazz Up Your Insert folders, because that's what I've been making as the Traveler's Notebook inserts. So I have a bunch of these. I probably have 15 to 20 of these. And so this paper I thought went with this color and this design really well. So these are just your standard size Traveler's Notebooks. And this happens to have 2 strings, 2 cords inside, and it's got a little pocket here to store things. But I wanted the inside to be nice and cute. And so I have been working on using the folders to kind of jazz them up a little bit with some more decoration instead of just your basic folder. So let me show you. I've made about 9, I think. So the inside is always the same. It's a reinforced side with 2 pockets that you can slide things in. But the front and the back, I kind of added some different things. So this just has a little flap here that's tie closure. There's a pocket down here. And then I just put in an insert, a mat with a piece of the ephemera at the top to make it easier to get in and out. I did add some lace here and there, but I just thought, you know what, when you're doing a notebook of some sort, you can always use extra pockets and things like that. So that's what I mainly did, was add a lot of extra pockets. Here we go with the tying thing. Okay, so then on the back, I just added a side pocket like so. Put in a mat here, just a plain white piece of paper. And then I have this paper clip that I just have on the side here so that that mat won't fall out. But I have the cardboard chipboard stickers here also. So it's not too thick, but it'll give it a little bit of a thickness. But I thought, you know, when you open it up and see something cute like that, fabulous. So let me go through the other ones too. This one I just made a matted picture, or I matted a piece of white paper and put some ephemera on there. The name of the collection is Just Because. I cut that out from the header and put it on some blue paper. So I only glued it on 3 sides so that I could add a little like bookmark type thing here. Have some real shiny flat back enamel dots here. And on the back, just did a really simple pocket with a thing of lace. Made a little bookmark type thing, stuck that in there, and then I have another of the paper clips. I was gifted these paper clips in a Christmas stocking exchange that Country Craft Creations did one time, and my partner gave me a bunch of these, and I use them all the time. So because it's double-sided paper, when you open it up, that's a nice contrast. Here's another one. I made just a flap, and then I again only glued it on 3 sides so I could put in a piece of paper here. I thought that looked kind of cute at the top, like so. I just added a piece of rickrack, is that what you call it? And then a 3-dimensional heart here, just so kind of to know that you would lift this up, I guess. On the back, I made 2 small pockets and just put little mats in there. Add a little bow, and again, some flat back pearls on this one. And there's the contrasting colors on the inside. This one is a double belly band on the front. And then I put one of the ephemera pieces, and I did have some trim that looked really pretty with the coloring of this. I have some sparklies down here, and again, I cut out the Just Because. And then just put a mat behind here, like so. Push that all the way through. On the back, I made, I like to use these flat backs a lot. I just think having 3 of them, which is, I always use odd numbers, down here in the corner looks good. Just made a pocket with some of, one of the papers had these little seed packets and different designs, all the same shape. So I made it into a pocket and then just put in a piece of the paper with a little ribbon at the top. And then on the inside, there's the contrast. I could probably add stuff in here too, but I don't think I would. I would probably just add, like, I don't know, receipts, or I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I kind of want it flat on the inside. So this one is a slider here. Oh, I'll go down. so that it's a flip. So you could put papers behind here or a picture, but then it's just real easy to close up like so. And it just slides. And then here's the contrast on the inside. On the back, I did just a little flip here, and I just used scratch paper so that I just tried to find pieces that would work size-wise and just started cutting. I didn't have a plan in mind. These are two pieces that weren't big enough, so I just kind of left a space in the middle and put the two together. And then on the inside, I covered up my ribbon with the flower on both sides, made a little pocket here, and then this will help keep it closed. I'll tie that later, I'm not good at it. An angled pocket on this one. Here's the chipboard stickers that say Bloom. Added a little ribbon down here. My mat. Used my punch here for the tab. On the other side, I used some trim, and I glued down this mat. I have a little bow punch, and then just for a place for probably a picture. And then there's the inside. This one is the very first one I did. So I just did a basic belly band and used a cut apart and put it on white. And then here's one of those paper clips. And on the back, I just made a pocket and lifted it up a little bit higher so you could still see that cute paper at the bottom. 3 enamel dots and one of the chipboard stickers. And then I matted the You Make Me So Happy. Here's the inside. 2 left. This one, here's one of the cut aparts. There's a pocket here, and this opens up to the side. Usually it would bother me because I usually would cover this up, but I didn't use any white for the base. I just used all of the pattern paper, but it doesn't bother me because of the coloring matching down here, so that you can put something in the pocket and close it, and then this will keep it shut by putting it in front. I liked how that ephemera piece worked. I have my 3 little flat back pearls down here, an angled pocket on the back with the word love, and then I had one of these butterfly paper clips in my stash, and there's the contrast inside. And this is actually the last one I made. So this is a flip. Just put a piece of paper for a picture or for writing, used a piece of the ephemera. And then this is a pocket, and so I added some trim here, chipboard stickers. I didn't want this to fall out, so I did just find a colorful paper clip that I thought would match. Oops. I'm gonna lift this up. Okay, and then on the back I did a pocket. So like I said, lots of pockets, just because I think you would use a lot of pockets when you're using these as folders. But I want to attach this to this so it doesn't come off. So there's my embellished insert folders. Now I am going to be making some regular notebooks. And to do that, I just took a piece of paper and folded it over so that I could have like a little pocket here, and I did the same on the back. And then I cut 6 pieces of paper, 8.5 by 8, and folded them in half, and I'm going to put those together. Now I have a long arm stapler coming, so that will, I'll just staple them. I'm not going to use the thread, so I'll decorate that so that it'll have one, all of these can have one folder and one pocket. Now you know that with these you could always add more. Even though there's only 2 bands in there, you can connect things together. So I thought, I mean, you've probably seen this before, but I thought I would just run through it really quick. For my folders, I take an 9.5 inch piece of paper by 12. So it's 9.5 wide and 12 tall. And I score at 1/2 on with the 9.5 inches across the top. I score at 1/2, 4 3/4, and 9. And then I turn it once so that the 12 inches is across the top and score at 4. So then to make these, I'm going to do some burnishing of on my folds here. And we'll do some cutting. I liked this for the outside, but then on the inside, the words, it would be upside down. So I went with that being on the inside. And we have those 1/2 inch pieces. Oops. So we'll do some cutting. So we're going to take off the 1/2 inch piece on this 4-inch section, and I'm going to cut to the inside of that fold. We might have to do a little bit of trimming just so that there's no buckling when I glue the sides down. So I'm going to cut straight across on that score just to the 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to take away, it's kind of hard to see the line here. Okay, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll cut on that 4-inch over to the 1/2 inch. I'm going to cut to the inside of the score. Okay, now I am going to fold this in half. Let me get my... And I want to cut so that my pockets have that opening. So I don't really measure it. I just cut the width that I like. And I've been trying to get to use this a little bit more just to become more comfortable with it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. And I'm just going to go to that 4-inch and put my ruler up there. And then just kind of eyeball where I want it. I want it about probably there. And let's lay that down. So from the 4-inch, make sure that comes out. So what I do then is when I fold this up, I make sure, see, I'm gonna have to trim it because when I fold this over, there is a buckling there. It doesn't lay down nice and flat. So I'm going to trim that. You don't have to do much probably. So let's try it again. Yep, that'll work. Let's just burnish it. Okay, and then now let's check this one. That one's going to work the way it is. So I do like to angle the corners here. And at the top. Okay. Now before I glue these sides down, I do want to cut so I can use the whole pocket. So I'm going to make a mark here and cut a triangle out. So I just lay my ruler down at 4 inches. And I'll take my pencil and just put a little line on the 1/2 inch piece there. Again, 4 inches from the bottom. Put a little tick mark. Then I'm gonna cut that out at an angle. So I'm gonna angle into the 1/2 inch like so and cut out that pencil mark. So that's what it looks like. Same with the other side at an angle. And we're going to cut out that pencil. So I did one way thicker than the other. I wonder if I should... you probably won't even notice. So now you just glue. They go really fast. And I'm sure you've seen these before, but the idea is that you jazz them up. That was the whole idea of this, so that they look cuter. And the other side. Give it a good burnish so that it stays down. This way, by cutting it open, you can use the whole pocket. I'm going to glue down the top part, and then we'll corner around the edges or the corners. I do it on 3 out of the 4 sides, just because I have not had good luck doing that really thick part at the bottom. I'll show you that in a second. If it works, I would have done all 4 sides, but the corner rounder I have is not strong enough to go through all those layers. And I like to just give it another burnish. So then I am going to use this corner rounder. I'm using the 7mm. So, yeah. And open it up. And just put that in like so. And then I'm going to do the bottoms. And then this one's a little bit too thick, but I do the top so that the string doesn't pull on it so much that this way when this cord goes around, it has that little gap right there. So you could cut a little bit down here if you want, or if your corner rounder is strong enough. So then what else? I'm going to get some scratch paper or my leftover scraps here and see what I can do. So that's the basic folder. So I had some white paper that might be a little bit thicker than I want. I might do one on this side and one opening to that side. So these are 4 1/4. So if I add a 1/2 inch, that is 4 3/4. So let me cut those to 4 3/4 wide. And the other one too. So the book is 8 inches long. So are these 4 inches? They are. Is that one too? Yep. So if I do one here and one here, they're gonna fit, because I don't want any overlap. Yeah, I think they are. So then let's score those. They're 4 by 4 3/4. We'll just score at a 1/2 inch. And like I said, I'm going to corner round. I am going to angle my corners. Miter my corners. So I'm trying to think of how, I'll probably use a paper clip to keep it closed. 7mm. This one was already punched. Now, it will bother me to see the white on the inside, so I will be putting a strip of the excess paper on the inside because I don't like that. So I'll have this one open down at the bottom like so, and then I'll do this one on the opposite side. So I am going to have to, oh, I should have thought, you know what, I'll just do them both the same. And then I'll have to corner around this one up here. That works. So when I started doing this, I didn't know what I just started cutting paper. I didn't have anything in mind. Just depends on your scraps. See, that white will bother me, so I'll be putting a strip of paper on top of it. edge. And that was perfect. Okay, so let's get, the inside has some yellow, and I have this, and I have this. Do I have any other scraps? I do. I have this. I could just do another one. You know what? I'm going to make it a pocket, and I'll just, let's, 8 inches long. I'm not going to add the extra on the edges because I don't want it to get too bulky. So I'll just glue it on 3 sides. I'm not going to do the tucking. Is that too thick? Probably not. So now I'm going to have to corner around this one. And that's all. Make sure it's the right. I might need to trim just a hair. So I'm going to glue this. I got to make sure I don't go over the score there. On 3 sides. That'll cover up that white. And I do have some ephemera left that I can use. So I'm not quite going to the edge. Okay. So I'll get my paper clips, and I'll paper clip up here to keep it closed. This one could be tricky. I guess I could do a tie too. I could put, I could put tie. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So I'll have the double doors here. I'll put a picture of it at the end. And then on the back, what do I have? I have this size. Do I want a flat? I think I want another pocket. I could do an angled pocket. I'm just gonna do your basic pocket. So this is 4 1/4, so this needs to be 5 1/4. Oh, perfect. So I'll score, this one I will score on 3 sides at 1/2. Go ahead and do your cutting. Miter the top. Take out the square in the bottom at an angle. And I'll probably want to find the paper before I attach it that I'm going to use. I don't even know how tall it was. Whatever the height was, that's what I used. You could do a decorative punch at the top. I'll probably try and find some trim. I think, do I want yellow? I have this. Is that gonna fit? You know what, to me that's fine. I might just use this. Oh, I wish it was that direction. Nope, I'm not gonna use that. Let's see, I have other scraps. I think I'll use this one. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. So this will be 4 1/8. And I'll just glue that on like so. And I'll go through my ephemera and see what I have. So I do have some of the ephemera pieces left. Let's see if I can find something that I think will look good. I can't stand all these little pieces here. Let's take a look. So you can have it so that it's going up over the pocket. That's cute, but it kind of gets lost on that busy paper. I think if I put trim here, I'm not going to want, you know what, I'm going to put the bow there and then I'll put trim down here. That's what I'll do. So I'll glue this to the top. I'm not going to do the very, very top with glue because I'm going to have it sticking up a little bit. And I'm just going to eyeball the middle. Now I'll glue it to my back, and I'm going to lift it from the, I don't want it all the way down to the bottom. I want it to be up a little bit more. Probably about right here. Finish that. And then I do have, that's probably too thick. I have some smaller pieces. Will this fit? Yes, it does. Let's corner around those two. I don't know if I'll have enough to put paper on it or not. But I can put a pull. I can put that on there. What else do I have? No. No. That's kind of cute. If I just glue, no, it's too much. That might be okay up there. But I still need, should I do this then? Does that kind of go all together? Maybe? Is there a smaller one? Should have had this ready. Maybe I'll use the same shape as that. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll get 3 flat back pearls and put it down here, and the trim. And then I just got to do the front. Give that a good burnish. Gotta find, just put glue on half of this. Eyeball for the center. I thought I had a bee, just a plain bee by itself. That would be kind of cute up in the corner. I don't know, maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. Okay, so should I see if I have enough paper to do the front? I have paper, I just don't know what kind I have left. I think I have 1 sheet of this left. So let me move this off to the side. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay. So I have 1 sheet left of this, and then just scraps. So is this big enough? That's kind of boring though, isn't it? Maybe if I go with the darker on the bottom. I like that. Okay, so that's what I'll do there, and then I'll just put, I don't know, we'll see if I have enough to put something on the inside. So, all right, I'll come back and show you. I'll add a picture at the end of the video. But I just, super easy. Just wanted to make sure that you knew that when you have these traveler's notebooks, they don't have to be boring. Add a little detail to them. And when you have so many ephemera pieces that come and stuff with these packages or these collections, you might as well use them. So, all right. Go back and decorate your folders and show some pictures on Country Craft Creations.